Let's make sure that we're actually the horribly good guys today.
Yeah, not because it's been so long, right? Like, how do I do this?
It's like, did I press the right button? It hasn't popped up yet.
I don't know, right? Which is now making me go, oh God, where are we?
I was like, is it my service? Is it your service? Ah, there we go.
Oh, do you
Horribly
see
good
it?
guys, yeah.
Okay, I just got a confirmation something went live. So. Oh, there we go.
It's us.
There.
It's us. We went live.
Share. Let's see. Right post. Oh, let me turn your voice down.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
But I have been going back and listening.
To your voice?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's not as cringy as it used to be. All right. Hello, everyone. All 2 of you who are here with us. Can you see who is with us?
Sometimes. If they're, you know what's weird? If they're my friend, then I can see them. But sometimes if they're not, like, if we're not friends, then I don't know
who it is.
And if I go just to the HGG feed, then it doesn't show me anybody. Like, if I'm straight on the feed, it doesn't show me who anybody is. So, shout out to
all 3 of you now.
X and Jim.
Now it's 2. Dang, did someone decide they didn't like us?
It was me. I jumped off.
Oh.
Theme song here. For the YouTube page.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got to remember where I put the theme song. So theme song there.
There?
Yeah, it was there.
Okay.
we just heard it.
So is this going to be in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just heard the theme song right there.
And now we're post-theme song.
We're post-theme song. Man, it's weird being back because we took 2 weeks off. And
was it only 2?
It was only 2 weeks. And shout out to my cousin, first of all, who hit me up from Germany and was like, yo, the last episode I see is 79. What's going on? I was like, we'll be back today. And somebody hit me up and said, hey, I don't even know this person. Hey, is HGG done? And I said, no, we'll be back today.
You take a couple weeks off and people think it's done. No.
I think the problem is there was no real announcement that we were taking off.
We just stopped.
We just had like episode 79 was the week before Christmas, and like the week of Christmas actually, and then we just
stopped.
I kind of said something.
I was like, I feel like something was said.
I kind of said, hey, we're taking a couple of weeks off, but
people need to listen, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it was kind of thrown in the mix of a conversation. So
they're not listening to the details.
Yeah,
and I feel a way about that.
So do I. So we started by talking about episode 100, which will happen. If I did the math right, episode 100 that Monday, based on the timetable that I think we're working on, that Monday I'll be in Germany.
So what you're saying is it's not going to be a Mecca Monday.
It won't be a Mecca Monday.
But Mecca Mondays are the best Mondays. I feel like this is one of those, like, ain't nobody coming to see you, like, situations.
Ooh, ain't nobody coming to see you, Paul. Like, that may be factual, though. That may be factual, but still, yeah, I think episode 100, if I can work everything out the way that we've been talking about, I might be in Germany that week, and if I'm in Germany, I'm going to record episode 100 there and have a celebratory episode. And then we'll come back and have another...
What, 101? Nobody cares about 101.
101 is a big thing. Like, it's more than 100.
But it's not 100, and that's cool. No.
This week, Wednesday, officially marks the first time we did the precursor to this show, which is the Gumbo Pot. Mm-hmm. Started January 12th, 19... No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, shit.
No, it was, 2000 and... I don't know. It's been a while. It's been like 7-8 years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. You said 19, and I was like, damn, was I born?
Don't do that. Yeah. But I looked at the calendar. I was like, why is this marked on my calendar? But I started to say we would celebrate that, but then I realized, like, not only are we no longer the Gumbo Pot, we're not in any of those. Well, we was only on Facebook at the time. No. We were only on the radio at the time.
Okay, I was like, I thought y'all on the radio.
Yeah, we were on the radio at the time, so we left radio.
Worse?
There is no intermission. It's fixed.
You sure?
Uh-huh. Watch. See?
Oh.
That
was perfect.
I had to jerry rig it.
I told you, like, I hadn't heard the term jerry rig until, like, maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah. No.
Like,
once I heard the term jerry rig, I was like, yeah, I'm going to just start using jerry rig because, you know, I'm actively trying to take the N-word out of my vocabulary.
I applaud you.
Like,
if not understand.
It like, for real. Like, I'm like, okay, I probably shouldn't say the N-word as much as I do.
Okay, so not say it, just not as much.
Yeah, like just like slowly knock it down because I say it a lot. So I'm like, okay, let me not infuse it into every conversation.
Okay, it doesn't have to be every other word.
Let me just say, I yelled it out loud in the middle of a restaurant Saturday when we were so. Recap real quick. My mom's birthday was December 26th, but COVID hit, so we couldn't celebrate then.
COVID hit again.
COVID hit my sister.
Okay.
Yeah, so we couldn't celebrate then, so we celebrated this Saturday. We're sitting at the table, and my police officer brother-in-law, I had on some jeans that had a rip in them, and he stuck his hand in the rip of my jean. And I yelled.
Just why?
In the middle of a restaurant. I yelled out loud.
The N-word?
No, I yelled out loud, nigga, quit touching my thigh. That happened.
No, I got one worse. I'm at work.
Oh, God.
I'm at work, and six have been texting me, right? Like, friend was texting me, hey, are you at work? I'm like, yes, I'm here till 5. 9 a.m., hey, you still at work? It's like, yes, I'm still at work. I'll go to lunch at noon. 11 o'clock, hey, you still at work? And I just out loud was like, nigga. Like, my office mate looked at me so sideways. Someone passing by the door popped their head in. I was like, ooh. Yeah. This is a predominantly white office space, and I am sorry.
We were, my company event, we went to wherever we were at, middle of nowhere, and me and the other black guy, because it's just 2 of us. It's actually 3 of us, but we don't count one of them.
Is he real light skinned?
No, he's, yeah, he's one of them. So we were playing dominoes, and I probably said it a couple of times.
Domino's is Domino's.
Yeah,
though, like,
but you can't be calling.
That's a safe space.
It's not a safe space. So yeah, man. We are back though. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and all of that on the YouTube side or anywhere else. Make sure you follow on Facebook. Make sure you like, subscribe anywhere that you're listening to this or watching this. We need to get our numbers up, and we can only do that through y'all. Pew, 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 pew. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody who's been asking where we at. We took a little break. But we are back, and I'm excited about being back, man. I'm excited that our first back was Mecca Monday.
Of course.
Because of course. Yeah. Who comes back on Phenomenal Face
Fiasco.
Face Fiasco. Shout out to Face. Shout out to Nate. So yeah, how you been?
I've been good. I had a good Christmas because it's been that long.
It has?
I got a hookah.
Okay.
And I'm never going to leave my apartment except for this and work.
Yeah.
Why would I ever have to?
Yeah.
I spent some time with the family that I care about.
Shout out to them.
What else? Ooh, this person I've been waiting to get fired finally got fired on Friday.
That's
like it brought me a lot more joy than it should have, but it also brought everyone else in the office joy because she was a terrible human being.
Oh, shout out to firing the terrible people. I tell people all the time, I stand by this. One of my managers when I worked insurance company down in here in San Antonio, once told me that a good firing boosts morale, and I stand by that. Like if you fire the right person, the rest of the office feels better.
No, this is like spirits were high today. Anxiety was too because she left a lot of stuff messed up. But
wait. She got fired on a Monday?
She got fired on a Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But today was her first day not there.
No, you can't fire me on a Monday. You cannot fire me on a Monday.
You coming back on Tuesday?
Oh yeah, I'm coming. I'm just and not to do harm. I'm just showing up to work. Yeah, I'm just clocking in.
It has to be a Friday?
You have to fire me Thursday, Friday.
Wednesday.
Oh, that's a stretch, man. Maybe Wednesday, but you can't fire me Monday, Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already planning my week. Like, my week is planned.
But this is canceled plans.
Nah. If you fire me on a Monday, I'm coming to work Tuesday. Clocking in.
Security's escorting you out on Tuesday?
That's fine. I'll be back to work Wednesday. And then by Thursday, I'm like, all right, I get it. Y'all fired me. Can I get paid for these 2 days I showed up? Yeah, that is the whole plan. Oh man. So yeah, same here, man. Like, of course, I don't celebrate Christmas, so I was at home, chilling by myself. I walked around to my cousin's house to eat because we eat there. Like, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I do family. So anytime, I don't care why family gets together. If family's getting together, I show up. Like, even if I don't celebrate Christmas, I'm going to eat.
Family.
Yeah. And so I walked to my cousin's house. I ate. They do enchiladas every year on Christmas, so we did.
Did they grow up here in San Antonio?
Of course they did.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
why.
Yeah. So did that. I got a fire pit table for my gift to myself. It's really weird when you don't celebrate Christmas and nobody gets you anything. So
imagine that.
Imagine that. But I got a fire pit table that is now on my porch. And like you said about your hookah,
yeah,
I don't know that I'm ever leaving my house again. Like, I have no reason. Like, and do I tell y'all this? I'll tell y'all. Shit, it is what it is. I have now, set the fire pit. I got a heated throw blanket. So I put the throw behind me. Fire pit's in front of me, like I'm smoking a cigar.
And it's just warm.
And just chilling. Just outside chilling on my porch, watching the neighborhood be the neighborhood.
So the next snow day that's going to happen?
No. So what I realized is the fire pit is good to about 40.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought fire should be good until...
Nah.
Forever, it's fire.
Nah. About 40. Anything below 40 and it's too cold to be outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried it. I tried it like 36.
You sound like you tried.
Yeah,
and
I
failed.
was like 36, and I was like, I'm like, why am I out here? Like, I have heat inside my house. Why am I out here?
The inside is right
there.
there.
It's literally right here. I could walk inside. So 40's about the cutoff. So did that. New Year's hit. New Year's Eve hit. Because I hate when people say Happy New Year's. New Year's Eve hit, and I sat on my street. I sat out in front of my house, fire pit going, and just watched my neighborhood be my neighborhood. That's what I did.
They lit it up?
Oh, did they? Oh, did they? I saw a person, and that's all the description I'm going to give, run in front of my house to the end of the block. Granted, there are no street lights on my street. Mm-hmm. He ran to where the street lights were and let off 5 shots. Pa, 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 pa. And then ran back to the darkness.
He planned that.
He did.
He knew exactly what he was going to do.
He did. Yeah.
That's so dangerous, though. Those bullets have to come back down.
Oh, God. Jim said, Paul, were you there when we fired that guy on his first day because his test came back positive for coke on a Monday? And he wouldn't leave the parking lot. No, Jim, I was not there for that.
He felt similarly. You don't fire him on a Monday.
But wait a minute, though. Okay. But if you know you've done coke, do you take the drug test?
You getting fired either way. This way they have to wait for it to come back. So you may get another day or two.
You may get a couple of days in before you get fired.
But if you refuse to do it, they fire you right there.
Oh, man.
Or at least everywhere that I've worked, they fire you right there.
When I worked for Nationwide.
He's on your side.
Hey, y'all, thank y'all for being here. We are out. When I worked for Nationwide, if you got into any type of incident with your car, because we had company cars, if you got any type of incident, you had to go drug test immediately. Like, that was just the rule, right? Like, if you got into a car wreck, they made you immediately go drug test. And I ran over, no. How did I tell the story? A piece of metal flew under my car and hit my oil pan. And that's very specific. If you know insurance, you know why a piece of metal flew under my car and hit my oil pan. And they made me go drug test. Mm-hmm. And I was nervous as hell because I had probably maybe the night before, possibly,
allegedly, hypothetically,
been around some people who had smoked. I was like, oh, shit. I'm going to lose my job. Nope. Didn't lose my job. And I needed that job.
Okay, so it's a good thing you didn't lose it.
Yeah, because I was nervous as hell. I was nervous. Let's get started, though.
Right, this will not be that last show where y'all talked about nothing.
We talked about everything.
None of the stories.
That show was a great show.
It was a great show.
Shout out to Nate. That last show.
It was fun.
That last show was funny as fuck.
I had questions, and they wouldn't answer my questions.
What question?
Hold on. I don't even remember the question.
I know what you asked me, what I bleeped out.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to be here. And you could have been here.
Could I have?
You could have.
Can I just show up? Like, can I just show up on days that aren't mine?
Yes.
Okay.
For various reasons, but yes, you can. If it's a Monday and you know we're recording and you just show up, what am I going to be like, hey?
Because I've thought about it.
Yeah, come on in.
Like,
so 2021 in the books. Shout out to 2021. It was a weird year. So I said we was going to kind of recap 2021. Here's the question. Better or worse than 2020?
That is a good question. Worse.
Really? Okay.
Like, I feel like I did more in 2020, honestly. Like, even after the whole COVID thing hit, it was the rise of virtual slams, and I was living my best life. with all the virtual poetry slams.
I remember that. You were.
Like, I was making money left and right, just like winning these online slams. And then when they moved to in person, like, now I can't do all the slams in California anymore because I'm not in California.
Okay, I can see that. Okay.
I liked the virtual life.
Okay. See, when I wrote this up, that my first thought was I've had 2021 better than 2020 because for me, 2021 was a year of uncertainty. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember when the pandemic first hit in 2020, we were talking we'd be shut down for 3 months.
Yeah, not 3 years.
And then that turned into 6 months. And then it turned into, well, we're going to close out the year.
And then it turned into there's no Fiesta 2021.
Right. And now it's just like, like.
The CDC's like, do your thing.
Can we talk about how like the CDC just gave up?
They tried, and then they decided, y'all going to do what you want to do anyway. Like,
the CDC basically said, hey, walk it off. That's what they said. Walk it off. Ginger ale
and saltines.
Ginger ale and laid down. Like my initial thought was like 2020 was filled with uncertainty. Like we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know who to trust as it related to what was being said about COVID. We didn't know like there was so much just misinformation, and I think by 2021 we just gave up on the misinformation. At least I did. Like I just stopped listening to everybody. Like nobody knows shit. Like the CDC don't know nothing, doesn't know anything. The WHO don't know anything.
Science is a learning process, and we're just accepting that they're learning right now.
And that becomes the thought though, right? Like science is a learning process. Science is the idea of learning new things, like it's growth. And so what we knew in March of 2020 is different than what we know now.
Yeah, we got Omicron now.
We got Deltacron now.
Do we have Deltacron?
Yes, they have Deltacron now.
Like I know we have Fluvid.
Fluvid and we have IHU.
Okay.
Yes, there's a variant in France called IHU. The thing I read said the IHU variant has 46 variants. Right.
Yo, my variants got variants.
Like, my variants got variants. Like, I'm like, what are we doing? So
we don't know.
I put, in my opinion, 2021 better year than 2020 because 2020 was filled with uncertainty.
Okay.
2021, we embraced the uncertainty and just moved through it. Like.
And then kind of just went back to living life.
Yeah, like just kind of said, fuck it, we'll figure it out.
If I die, I die.
If he dies, he dies. There is a possibility that I caught COVID again. There is a metaverse where I caught COVID again.
Is it this one?
No. If I did, it's past, so we're good. But I went and got my booster shot, and then that was the Thursday before Christmas. The Friday before Christmas, around people who later told me they may have had COVID. The Saturday of Christmas, around people who later told me they may have had COVID. Like
you were just hanging out with the COVID.
Yeah, and that following week, what's the shit that's been fucking my face up?
Mountain Cedar.
Mountain Cedar was like at 18,000, which I don't know what that means, but
it's a lot. Yeah. It's like the parts per million atmospherics, whatever. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's that botanical sexism.
It's botanical sexism. So I was having symptoms that could have been COVID or could have been Mountain Cedar related, and I was like, But I just got my booster, so I was like,
See, I have been some kind of not sick since Christmas, but I've been tested about 4 times, and I keep coming back negative.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah, right.
Like,
so
in the world of COVID, maybe I caught a cold. Like,
so Deltacron is new, Flurona is new, and IHU is new. Jim just said IHU has been renamed IFU, which I don't. It's a thing though. Like I'm like, look, I've gotten to a place now where I've decided to just live my life with coronavirus as a thing. Like
it's kind of how we did with the flu.
Right.
Like you just live your life and knowing that it's a thing, and like you may catch it, and hopefully you don't die.
At some point, because I saw that San Antonio was like 70-something% vaccinated, and I'm like, well, shit.
Huh? Look at us.
2 shots. 1 shot. I know the numbers were high in San Antonio, and I was like, well, shit. If we all vaccinated, then I also saw a story that said the majority of people who are in the hospital from coronavirus are unvaccinated.
Sounds about right.
But the majority of unvaccinated people are catching COVID from vaccinated people.
If they got vaccinated, they wouldn't be in the hospital.
So vaccinated people are giving unvaccinated people COVID, and then those people are going to the hospital.
It's because the unvaccinated people, like, they may have it, but they don't feel it because they're vaccinated. You know, their body's fighting it. They're good. They're fine. And then,
so
you should have got the vaccine.
I'm not going to tell y'all to get the vaccine or to not get the vaccine. Look, I've gotten all 3 shots. I don't know that it has helped me any, other than I may have caught COVID a second time and didn't even – I didn't go anywhere. I wasn't around anybody. Like, I hid in my house. It was that week of New Year's, Christmas and New Year's. So I
was going to be like, so any other week?
Yeah. Right, basically. Fire pit. So, yeah. Other than that, today is January the 10th.
Yes.
A little over a year ago, we had a thing happen in the Capitol.
Yes.
And so it's been like the news stories were talking about 1 year since, and depending on which news channel you watched would determine how they labeled it.
Mm-hmm.
Liberal news said 1 year since the insurrection attempt. Conservative news said 1 year since, like they just called it a riot, right? It was a rally or something. Like
right. I think they're calling it a rally. All I know is my favorite one. It says 1 year ago, and it's just a bunch of saltines. It's a bunch of saltines at the Capitol.
I hate y'all.
I love the internet.
But
that's the only, like, I was seeing all this 1 year ago, and I was like, what happened a year ago? Meme. Oh.
So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. It's been a year since the situation at the Capitol. After it happened, as an average citizen, I mean, you're better than average, but in this conversation, as an average citizen, like, how often had you thought about that?
Maybe twice since it happened.
So,
like,
right.
that includes news stories. That includes, like, a day after it happened.
I forgot about the shit. It wasn't that important in my life. And then the news, like, a year ago today, I'm like, what happened a year ago today?
Yeah.
Like, Capitol riot. And I'm like, there was a Capitol riot?
It's like, oh, that did happen.
So the question I have for you, are we in a place where, I mean, I know we are, but are we in a place where news stories, once they pass, we just forget about them completely?
I think it depends on the news story, but for the most part, yeah. With social media, we are bombarded with information and news stories and just stuff that's going on in the world. And at some point, it's just like, this is just another thing that happened. Not surprised.
Who just replied from the HGG page? You ain't dead, is you? I'm like,
I bet it's Nate.
It has to
I
be
put
Nate.
money on Nate.
Or Face. Nate or Face.
I think it was Nate.
Because your face
only
is
because
on
face
here.
is like face is responding as face. So
yeah. I realized with this story in particular, like, it wasn't a thing that affected me at all. Like, no disrespect to anybody involved, but this was white people doing white people shit.
yeah,
It had no effect on me whatsoever.
it was mostly white on white crime.
And if I'm being completely honest about it, I don't see any major difference between this and any other type of rally that turned into a riot. You know what I'm saying? Like, when
You take away the treason and it wasn't.
right,
But also,
saying,
like, we
right.
didn't treat it as treasonous as it was.
We did not treat it as treasonous as it was. We treated it as, but should we have? What's the difference between what happened at the Capitol when the January 6th insurrection happened? What's the difference between that and when the riot happened in Minneapolis after George Floyd was killed?
Location.
Because in essence, you had groups of people who were protesting the government. Mm-hmm. In both situations, you had one group of people who was protesting police, but protesting the government. In D.C., you had a group of people who were protesting the government. It's basically just a protest.
But we have given certain places meaning and power.
We have, but we take the fight to wherever the fight is, right? And so for these people, the fight was D.C. We as in Black Americans, have taken fights to D.C. We just didn't turn them into riots. The March on Washington, the Million Man March, like, we've taken these fights to D.C. They just didn't turn into riots. But we've taken fights other places, and those fights, those rallies turned into riots. This was a rally that turned into a riot, similar to every other rally that turned into a riot. People were mad at the government.
So they took their fight to the government.
Like, there's a correlation. I'm not saying it's equal, but I
feel like it's the difference between assassination and murder. Like, the importance of the persons involved on the other end of the violence matters. Like, because there were elected officials there.
Right. But there were people who were mad at the government. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people were mad at the government. For justified or not, they were mad at the government. And so in them being mad at the government, they took their fight to the government. That's kind of what we're built on. That's kind of who we have been.
That's what this country is.
That's what this country is. This country is riots and war. That's who we are as a country.
It is. It makes me sad sometimes.
Yeah, we're riots and war. The country started based on a riot. Like, we don't talk about the Boston Tea Party as a riot, but
that's what it was.
It was a riot.
Yeah.
And they were looting. They were destroying property.
They were destroying property.
Yeah, the Boston Tea Party was a riot in which the Americans were throwing British property into the sea. Like, this is a riot.
Yeah.
The foundation of this country is riots and war. That's all we know. That's literally all we know.
I'm going to go home and watch Hamilton.
I still haven't seen Hamilton. Side note, I think they're canceling Hamilton in San Antonio.
I think that's what I heard.
Yeah, I just saw that today. So
I'm glad I didn't buy tickets because I almost did.
Shout out to everybody who kept telling me I should go see Hamilton when it comes to San Antonio. I wasn't paying for tickets, and if anybody had bought me tickets, I was going to resell them. And if anybody had bought one ticket and said we were going together, I was going to not show up.
So I'm glad none of those things happened.
Just be like, hey, I bought one ticket for us to go see Hamilton. Not me. Not going to be there.
Would have just showed them up. They would have been sitting next to a random person you resold the ticket to.
I would have resold the ticket too. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
That's nothing but profit.
We're going to actually jump to the other side. The rest of this show will be on our YouTube page. But before we go, I did want to say, have conversation about all of the people that we've lost since our last show, because we have lost a lot of people. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. If you don't know who Young Dolph was, amazing rapper, killed in Memphis, and I think that happened right sometime in between our last show. Rest in peace to James Ntume, if you don't know who he was, amazing jazz percussionist. Rest in peace, of course, to Bob Saget, who just died yesterday. Have you ever seen any of Bob Saget stand up?
I have not.
I'm going to tell you this. If you can find Bob Saget stand up,
I probably can now.
Watch it and know that he was not the dad in Full House. Not in his stand up. His stand up was not Full House. Like, I don't know how he got Full House based on his stand up. Yeah, it's raunchy to say the least.
Oh, now I have to watch it.
Yeah. And we lost Sidney Poitier. So shout out to rest in peace Sidney Poitier, who I saw a really dope clip of Sidney Poitier in a movie that I've never seen, where he was sassing a white guy.
Because when it's that old, it's sassing.
Yeah, when it's that old, you're sassing. And of course, we lost Betty White, which
they took the wrong old white woman.
They took the wrong old white woman. You're right. They took the wrong old white woman.
Yeah, like there's several to choose from.
I could name one off the top of my head. The lady in London. What's her name? Elizabeth.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So I refuse to call her by her royal title.
# not our monarch.
Yeah, right.
Like we fought a war over this.
We fought y'all for you to not be our monarch. So you're just Elizabeth to me. I'm not Queen nothing.
What's up, Liz?
Yeah, the only queens I recognize is Queen Bee.
Latifah.
Ooh, Queen Latifah. Hold on. When I say Queen Bee, who did you think of?
Beyonce.
And see, I thought of Little Kim. The only queens I recognize is Queen Bee, Queen Latifah, and the rock group Queen.
Yes.
That's it. I don't have any more queens.
I recognize the Queen of Hearts more than I recognize Elizabeth.
Facts.
Facts. The Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland.
Facts on facts on facts. Oh, Jim said he was a white red fox. I agree. That's the type of comedy he did. Yes. Yeah, Bob Saget was not Danny Tanner. Bob Saget was not Danny Tanner, like, at all.
But that's like all I knew him as.
Yeah, so watching his stand-up will ruin your life. In
a good way?
In a good way.
Okay.
Yeah, in a good way.
I'm here for it.
Hey, y'all, the rest of this is going to be on our YouTube side. Make sure y'all jump to YouTube, like, subscribe, all of that shit.
Follow, hit the notification button.
We got a ton of stories, including anti-vaxxers telling us to drink pee. And let's go, Brandon, which is hilarious to me. You got anything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. Peace up. Oh, peace out, bitches.
I was like, are we not doing it this time?
Well, too late to make a new sign off for 2022. Peace out, bitches.
I need to hurry up and buy a house.
Can you buy one over here? Oh, we're recording.
Oh, okay. Like, the plan was to buy one over here because my job is over here. Like, yeah, I drive far now.
Yeah, you should buy a house on the east side.
That's the plan.
Yeah. You need me to find you a realtor?
Do they work with bad credit? I've got average credit now. I had bad credit last year. Now I have average credit. I've been working on my credit.
I've been told that all you need is a 620.
Is that it?
Yep. To qualify for a house, you need a 620.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Yeah, I mean that's you can get a house, $620. Oh, and there's a we'll talk about this off air. There's a program I found out about before I got this house that they can help you get into a house regardless of your credit.
Really?
Yes, through some like NAA, and that's not true. CP, that's not true, but it's like a program that
will give me a house because I'm a black woman.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, what they do is you go through the program and they qualify you for a house, and then you just find the house you want. Like it's really dope. Like I've heard pros and cons from realtors about it, but
one con,
they generally cut out realtor commissions.
Okay.
So realtors don't really like working with the program because it kind of hurts their commission.
I don't know how much I care about realtor commission.
When it comes to my son
Can I
eating,
just make sure that I get a white realtor?
When it comes to my son eating, I care about realtor commission. But other than that, I don't care about realtor commission either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't.
I was like, I'll just make sure to get a white realtor and I'll call it reparations.
There's that. We are back. Welcome back. This is the Horribly Good Guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell, shake a hand, do some shit.
All those things. Watch 2, 3, 4 times. Show a friend. Tell them to show a friend.
Yeah, share this shit. Do whatever it takes, man. Let's just start at the top and go through everything, man. Okay, maybe not the top. Let's start at
the third. I was like,
maybe the fourth story.
What? We don't want to talk about the third story at all, or don't want to start there?
I didn't want to start there.
Okay,
actually,
that's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna start here.
You pointed, and I don't know where you pointed to.
I know. I'll tell you when there. News story hit the wire. A pilot for American Airlines had a bag. Pilots have suitcases. His suitcase had a sticker on it that said, "Let's go, Brandon." And someone took a picture of said pilot's suitcase and sent it to American Airlines, and American Airlines apologized on Twitter for said pilot's suitcase that had a sticker that said, "Let's go, Brandon." And all of a sudden, I saw Fox do a story that said American Airlines allowed their airline employees to wear BLM stuff, but apologize for this "Let's Go Brandon" sticker. Where do you want to start?
What is "Let's Go Brandon"? That is where I want to start because I don't know.
That is hilarious, but most people don't know. So this is what "Let's Go Brandon" is. At a NASCAR event, there is a racer named Brandon Brown.
Okay. He's white.
He's white.
Brown is white. Gotcha.
At the event, the crowd was screaming, "Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden." And the announcer thought they were saying, "Let's go, Brandon." So the announcer said, "The crowd is screaming, 'Let's go, Brandon.'" And the crowd was not screaming, "Let's go, Brandon." The crowd was screaming, "Fuck Joe Biden." Joe Biden.
So "Let's Go Brandon" equals "Fuck Joe Biden."
Right. "Let's Go Brandon" is the...
Oh, that is hilarious.
Oh, it is hilarious. Yeah, it's very hilarious. Like, that is like, oh, I'm with this. Like, this...
I kind of am.
Yeah, right. Like... So when you see "Let's Go Brandon" flags and "Let's Go Brandon" stickers and all of that...
Yeah.
It really is just "Fuck Joe Biden."
Oh, that is great.
Yes! It is hilarious as hell. And, shit, "Let's go, Brandon."
Yeah, what has he done?
So, American Airlines apologized, and Fox News did this whole story about...
two things that aren't equal.
Two things that aren't equal. Right. And that was my initial argument. Like, wait, fuck Joe
Biden and Black Lives Matter are not the same thing.
They are not.
Whereas I do not support Black Lives Matter as an organization, the ideology of Black Lives Matter is real. Mm-hmm. Or just the belief that Black Lives Matter is a real thing. And so I was like, wait, what are we
correlating here?
Like, what are we correlating here, Fox News? Like, why is Fox News making a correlation? But also, if you allow your employees to make a political statement,
they should be able to make one in either direction.
Like, so whereas I don't feel like Black Lives Matter is a political statement.
A lot of people do.
A lot of people do, right? A lot of people think that it's politics. And it's not, for me, it's not politics. I'm Black.
Yeah, like,
and my
I
life
have a
matters.
Life.
Right. I'm Black and my life matters. There is no politics associated with that. But the other side of that then becomes, if you say BLM is a political statement, then you have to allow both sides to voice their politics, or don't let any side voice their politics, or tell people Black Lives Matter isn't a political statement. It's us acknowledging that Black people have lives that should matter.
I feel like, so fuck Joe Biden. Mm-hmm. That is still gonna be the funniest shit. Let's go, Brandon is a specifically derogatory term.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yes. It is equated to something that is explicitly derogatory towards the President of the United States.
Right.
Whereas Black Lives Matter says I matter.
Right. Right.
So, like, even if both are political statements, one is derogatory while one is affirming.
Agreed.
So I think that they could still, like, even if they're allowing political, like, if it wasn't fuck Joe Biden, if it was a go Trump, like a for rather than against.
Right.
Then maybe it would be okay.
Right. No, I agree with what you're saying. Like, it's the ideology of, if you're supporting a thing, then you can support the thing. But if you are bashing a thing, we're not here for the bashing. Because in essence, let's go Brandon is bullying.
Yeah.
It really is bullying, right? It's people saying, hey, fuck that guy. Like, we can't just walk around saying fuck that guy.
I mean, you can, but there are consequences.
Right. I mean, you can, but we should. Side note, horrible Paul moment here. We took my mom to dinner Saturday, and we get to the restaurant, and as I pull up, I'm letting, because I drove, and everybody in the car with me, I was letting them out because it was damp, and I'm a gentleman. So I pull up. Can't believe I'm telling y'all this. I look, I'm like, oh shit, that lady fell. And I can't stop laughing.
Did you go to render aid?
She was white.
How old was she?
She wasn't Betty White. I later realized that she probably missed a step coming out of the building she was coming out of, because the step is easily missable. Okay. I didn't feel bad. I was like, oh shit, that lady fell. And everybody was like, Gerard. And I went, what?
You can't just say that the lady fell if you're not going to help her. Yeah. You stifle that laughter until you're a good distance away.
Yeah. That lady fell. It was hilarious. People falling is funny. I don't give a shit.
I have a rule. If you are with me and I fall, keep walking. Please, keep walking. If I don't catch up to you, you can turn around and help me.
Remind me off air to tell you about the time somebody we know and love fell. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Yes, off air, I will tell you about the time somebody we know and love fell. Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
Oh. I don't even want to tell you on air and bleep it later. Like, just, yeah. Somebody we know and love fell, and I was in a position of. Anyway, we'll talk about it off air.
Okay.
We'll talk about it off air.
All right. What were you saying before your horrible moment?
Nothing, because now I'm thinking about the time they fell. I'm like, oh shit, that was.
Were they in heels?
Anyway, what were we talking about? Talking about Let's Go Brandon. That's what we're talking about. When it's all said and done, I agree that American Airlines should police the things that their employees wear, police the things that their employees represent, but making them. Fox News made a false equivalency.
They did.
But making them making them apologize becomes a weird space too. Like, you just change the rules, but I'm like, companies apologizing is weird because
it doesn't do anything.
It does nothing, right? Like,
and it's like the company is apologizing, but the individual that did the thing is not. 9 times out of 10,
right? And
even if they are, it's just like, it's not a real apology.
Usually, when you see companies apologizing for some shit an employee did, the employee doesn't apologize. The employee's just like,
I did the thing. I stand by the thing.
I stand by the thing I did. Shit. Let's go, Brandon. Speaking of apologies, Patton Oswalt apologized and defended a picture that he posted with Dave Chappelle. So for those of y'all who don't know, Patton Oswalt is a comedian. He is, and he identifies, I'm going to say it may not be true. I think he identifies as trans. I think I saw something that said Patton Oswalt identifies as trans.
Like as non-binary or?
Yeah, as non-binary. Okay. I could be making that shit up though. Like, yeah.
Okay, they're they now.
For the sake of this conversation. So Patton Oswalt took a photo with Dave Chappelle and posted it, and then trans people jumped into his mentions and was like, I can't believe you did this. Like, you taking this photo with this guy, like, you know who he is, this, that, and the third.
You're betraying the people.
Right. And so Patton Oswalt came out and apologized for posting the photo, but then said that, you know, he's known Dave for 34 years. They started comedy together. And I don't give a shit about Patton Oswalt or Dave Chappelle in this matter, but the conversation I wanted to have really was about, like, just the idea. Let's talk about this. How should one stand and support a friend when that friend is hated by everybody else?
I think it's an all or nothing thing. Like, you support your friend and what they do publicly, maybe not privately. Like, you should be the friend in the background telling said friend, hey, this isn't a good idea. Don't do this. But if you're going to support the friend, you support them wholeheartedly. You don't give, like, asterisks.
Right.
Like, oh, I support him, but, like, I feel like it's kind of the same with relationships. You defend your person in public, you talk to them in private.
I agree. Okay, yeah. When you said all or nothing, I was like, whoa, like shit. But yeah, I agree. Like, I think, yeah, you defend. If this is your friend, even if my friend does fuck shit.
Now, it depends on the level of fuck shit.
Depending on the level, yes. But, because Nate and I talked about this a while ago. Maybe the last show.
It was the last show.
If your friend is a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not your friend.
He stops being my friend. But if my friend is just a serial cheater, I don't know that I stop being his friend. If my friend is a Like, there are levels, I guess, but for everyday things, like, I'm not going to stop being his friend. If my friend says, I'm going to say this. If my friend, someone who's truly my friend, says some anti-LGBTQ things, I'm not going to stop being friends with them behind that. I may say, bruh or sis, yo, don't, like, this is a bad move. But I'm still going to support them in public because they're my friend. And as, to be honest, I got some friends that say some really
suspect things,
sketchy shit when it comes to LGBTQ people. And I just be like, I'm not going to participate in these jokes.
I definitely have some friends who were hardcore homophobes, like back in the day.
Yeah.
And who aren't necessarily that much better now.
Right.
They're one of those, like, I love you, but I don't support this lifestyle.
Have you, side note, this is just because it's funny and I thought about it. Have you heard the song by Mooney Long, Hours and Hours?
Oh, I love that song.
Okay. So we're in the car with my cousin. My cousin is 50. I just like to point that out. And she said, she mentioned that song, that she liked it, but she didn't like it because it was hers and hers. And I said, wait.
Oh, shit.
I said, what? She said, yeah, I saw the title. It's hers and hers. I said, did you listen to the song? And she said, yeah. And I said.
And you heard her say, ours.
Right.
And ours.
I said, the song is hours and hours. HRS is hours. If I
like
work
time.
If I work for HRS, I work 4 hours. And she went, oh, it's hours and hours?
Oh, that is hilarious.
And I went, you're old. You are now the old lady.
How old do you have to be to not know an acronym, though?
She's the old lady now. She's an old lady. Like, I made fun of her the whole time. I was like, you are now almost 50. She was like, shut up. I'm like, I'm just saying, you're almost 50. You'll be 50 in like 3 weeks.
It's like, that's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Like, it is a great song. I think I would like it even more if it was hers and hers.
So would I. Shit, so would I. I would definitely like hers and hers. And for hours and hours.
Hers and hers for hours and hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So the thing with Patton Oswalt and Dave Chappelle that really just set with me, and I was like, me and Mecca gonna talk about this. I hate the space that we're in, man. Like, as a society, where if my friend does fuck shit, you want me to choose between the person that I know and a group of strangers.
Yeah, like people that I have no connection with.
Yeah, I don't know any of y'all, and this person, even if they did to a certain degree some fuck shit, because I've said this, outside of pedophilia, and if I'm being honest, pedophilia and that level of rape where like stranger rape, where you just attack a woman and like that throws you in the same pedophilia.
Okay, so not like the non-consensual yes rape.
Yeah, not like the because the non-consensual yes rape, unfortunately, is gray. It can be gray. It can't. The unfortunate truth is it can be gray. I'm talking about the jump out of a car, snatch a woman, and kidnap her. Like, I don't fuck with them niggas either. Yeah,
like.
But almost anything else, I'm like, yo, if they're my friend, I
have friends that I'd hide a body for.
I have friends that I'd hide a body for too.
Like, no questions asked.
Yeah, like, you know what? Dead ass. I have friends that I would hide a body for, or if I knew that they had hidden a body, I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody goes in my backyard. Can't bury it in the backyard. They got to bury him on the other side of the gate. So the police come.
Drano. There is a chemical in Drano. That's all I'm saying.
And there you have it, people. No, but yeah, it's I hate that we've gotten to a place where society is saying, if I rock with you, if I'm a fan of yours, you can't support the people that I don't support. You can only support the people that I support.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm a fan of yours, so you can only support the people I support. If you support anybody else, then
I don't support you.
I don't support you. And I'm like, well, how does that even work? Because I could easily flip this. I don't rock with Patton Oswalt as a comedian. He's not my cup of tea. Yeah. He turned atheist. And I won't say turned. When I found out he was atheist, he did a whole lot of anti-Christian jokes. And whereas I am not Christian.
You're not anti?
I'm not anti-Christian.
Things aren't a little bit blasphemous, and I don't want them.
I need it to be a tad bit blasphemous.
Like just a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't need you to, like, I saw Patton Oswalt do comedy and I was like, yo, but you're literally just dragging Christians at this point. That wasn't funny to me.
Oh.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for
tell me the stories and how they don't make sense. Like,
right.
That is what I am here for.
That is what I'm here for. Just let's talk about how this shit is weirdly
ritualistic.
Yes.
Like Catholicism is so ritualistic.
Oh yeah.
You want me to go into church every Sunday and eat somebody's body and drink their blood and chants? That sounds a little suspect.
If you take it out of Catholicism and just say, hey, let's do this, it becomes real suspect.
Yeah.
It becomes real like, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to eat someone's body, but fake. We're
metaphorically.
We're going to eat the representation of Paul's body and drink the representation of Paul's blood and chant in Paul's name.
Because Paul impregnated this teenage girl with Paul.
Wait. You're right.
I am right.
Paul impregnated a teenage girl with Paul. Paul put Paul in a teenage girl. And then she gave birth to Paul in human form.
Who was sacrificed.
Who I then killed. Who
Paul
then killed. Right.
Is that suicide?
Ooh. It is suicide. It's like a suicide homicide hybrid though, right? Because isn't there a law that says if I see a person doing harm to a person and I can stop it and I don't stop it,
it's negligence on your
it's
part.
negligence on my part, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just anyway. This whole podcast is going to hell in a handbasket. This whole
all my friends are gonna be there, so like.
Japanese man rents himself out to do nothing. That was the headline. Did you read the story?
I read the story.
Shout out to I read through the story. I think he's been doing this for a while, but basically a man in Japan has started renting himself out to do nothing.
Yeah, like just to sit and like respond to idle chatter.
He said, I respond to idle chatter.
Like what I love is his like the request he turns down.
Yeah.
So he doesn't do nudes. He doesn't do something else, but then it was like he doesn't do friendship.
Yeah.
Like that's the one that got me. He's like, I'm not here to be your friend. I don't want friends.
But he said that what he said, he's like he's gone to dinner, he's gone to like events with people, like they pay him for companionship
just to be there.
Yeah. I want in.
There is a website. Okay, so website that sounded like a really good idea to a broke college student, but then I never followed up on it because I'm like, I'm going to get murdered. It's called rentafriend.com.
Really?
There's rentafriend.com. I still get random requests. And like people will find your profile, they'll request, and they'll tell you like what they want you to do with them. So like I've got requests to like go hang out, go to the movies, or someone invited me to the symphony. But my thing is I'm gonna get murdered, so I never take anyone up on it, and then they pay you.
I'm
Rentafriend.com.
I'm fine.
You could be good. Like
I'm
you'll
fine
probably be okay.
Rentafriend.com. I looked into years ago. I didn't even know this was a thing. I looked into somebody turned me on to this thing where you could get paid to cuddle.
Yes.
And when I saw that, I was like, oh shit.
I can cuddle.
I can cuddle. You will pay me to cuddle? And as I read up on it, my issue was, honestly, I was like, I can't do it in San Antonio. I gotta cuddle somewhere else. I gotta cuddle other places. Cause it was almost blind cuddling. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get booked to cuddle and then it be
some random chick you met one day and never again.
Some random 240-pound dude who just wanted physical touch, and now
you gotta hold him and rub his head
I have
and tell
to
him
hold
everything's
him,
okay.
Right. I'm like, and I don't, and let me say, not that I think that that's quote unquote gay, because it's not. I just have barrier issues as it comes to man-on-man touch for myself.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want no dude hugging me like that. Or me
even if they're the little spoon?
Let me think. Yeah. He would have to be Little Spoon. He would have to be Little Spoon, because I could not let a man be the big spoon. Uh-huh. Because that makes me way too vulnerable. My back is to him, and he oh hell no. Hell
How
no.
much money would it take for you to be the Little Spoon to some 7 foot tall, 300-pound man?
Shit, let me think.
1 million.
7 foot tall, 300-pound man. How long?
All muscle.
How long?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Are there cameras?
No.
So it's in a private place.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, nah, million's not enough.
5.
Do 10 and I'd consider it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a no.
10 million, I'd consider it. Yeah. I'd consider it. Not saying I'd do it, but I'd consider it.
It's one of those, like, I'm a great cuddler. I give great hugs. I'm still scared. So, for some reason, I'm scared of getting murdered, but then I do shit that could get me murdered.
Yeah, like pulling up on the side of the road, helping strangers change their tires. Let's not act like that didn't happen. Shit.
He didn't have a jack.
Mm-hmm. Until he had a jack and you were in the back of his car. Just saying. That happened. That's a thing. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Japanese man who rents himself out. I wrote Jap man rents himself and thought that's probably racist. But no one's gonna see this board, and then I read it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to
Good
Jap
job.
man. Even I don't know why that's racist. Because he is a Japanese man.
Japanese man.
Yeah.
Acronyms. Not acronyms.
I didn't feel like writing all that shit down. Since we last had a show, the McMichaels got sentenced. And Kim Potter was found guilty. I don't know why I put those together, because those are two totally different stories in my mind.
Like, one was the mistook the taser for a gun, right?
One was a mistake that happened in a place where a mistake shouldn't happen.
And the other was blatant murder.
And the other was murder.
But it's because we make everything about black against white and white against black.
We do. I kind of wish Kim Potter was. First of all, I wish Kim Porter was still alive, but she's dead. I wish Kim Potter was black. Kim Porter is black. Well, was black. Kim Porter was black. Are you still black in death? Are you black in death? When you die, are you black?
Yo. Yes.
So is Kim Porter
No.
black in heaven?
Not according to Mormons. I'm serious.
That was funny. That was funny. Oh God, not according to Mormons. I don't know. Anyway, the McMichael sentencing happened since our last show. I think all of them dudes got life without parole. No,
One of them got life with parole. It was one that was recording.
The recorder got life with parole. The other two, which I'm gonna say it.
It was excessive.
I kind of feel bad for Buddy.
I do too.
I feel bad.
Like, not even gonna lie.
Yeah, the McMichaels, fuck them. Like
they got what they deserved.
They got what they deserved. The dude who was recording it, I feel like
life was excessive.
Life was excessive. I'm like, dude was really just kind of the go along. He was the, hey, we're doing this thing. You want to record it? So he was recording it.
He also did nothing to help.
Yeah.
So like he should have got something like 15 years.
He should have gotten something because he was a part of the act. But also it's like, but I've seen the dude who kind of gets drugged into a thing. Mm-hmm. And then when the thing goes, he didn't think somebody was going to die that day. And then when somebody died, let's be honest, he was the only person with the footage.
Yeah, like he could have not, like, that could have been destroyed. That could have gone missing.
That footage could have never seen the light of day. He was given no, and he should have been given some credit for at least saying, hey.
Like some kind of incentive.
Right.
Or,
hey, I gave this footage to the DA or to whoever, and I made this footage public at this point. Like,
which is the only thing that got the conviction, honestly.
Right. Right. Because if you're black, you need video footage to
and the will of God.
Exonerate your murder.
Video footage, the will of God, and a judge that doesn't like white people.
Right.
Like,
and
if we're being honest.
Yeah, and you can't be Mormon. Kim Potter was the lady who taser gun situation. She was sentenced. That happened. I wrote that down, but I really had nothing to talk about there. And the truck driver who got like 110 years because his brakes failed, they reduced his sentence. So I don't know what to say to that. Like, shout out to the truck driver, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like the way that I felt about it has changed since learning the facts. Because at first I was like, yeah, 110 years. Like, people died.
Yeah.
But then you find out, oh, it was brake failure, like going downhill. Of course, he's gonna be speeding if his brakes are failing. Like, he cannot slow down.
Right.
So it was a tragic accident.
And that's the thing. Like, right, you're driving an 18-wheeler.
So you have all that weight behind you.
All that weight behind you. It was the unfortunateness of a tragic accident, and people died. But niggas die every day, B.
Rest in peace, all the people who died this past year that we talked about.
They weren't Betty White. I'm just saying, like, in the level of importance, had he killed Betty White, he needs 110 years. But they weren't Betty White.
They were somebody's Betty White.
They were nobody's Betty White. They were nobody's Betty White. Those people were nobody's Betty White. Be clear about that. I saw YouTube has a thing about the life of Betty White, and a story that I had heard before. They talked about it. It actually is only on YouTube till the 11th. So by the time this airs, you got that day to watch it. It talked about Betty White had a guy on the show. I think his name was Arthur Duncan. He was a dancer who sang. He tap danced and sang, and she had him on her show. He was black. I guess that makes it.
It matters a little bit.
And at a time when black people were not allowed, like, in those spaces, but he was a great singer and dancer. And she talked about how the people in the South did not like the fact that this black man was on their TV singing and dancing. And she was like, well,
oh, well, he stays. Like, this was the Betty White show, and she was like, yo.
This is my show.
Yeah, this is my show. He stays. And it also talked about how she was basically like in these reduced roles until the internet refound her, and then she started being everywhere. Like she had done a few things, and then she had kind of wasn't really working, and then the internet refound her and started this campaign to get her on SNL, and then all of a sudden,
all the things.
She started getting all the things, and I'm like,
the power of the internet.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
The non-existent place that is the internet that has so much power.
Right. I know I'm jumping all over the place, and you don't know where we're going next.
I have no idea.
I don't want to talk like that second to last story. Man shoots daughter as intruder.
Yeah.
Niggas die every day, B. Let's talk vaccine.
You shouldn't be in the garage at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, like whose fault is it that she was in the garage at 4:30 in the morning? I don't know. It's fucked up.
It is. I'm up and about at 4 in the morning.
But you're not in the garage.
I don't have a garage though. I may be if I had a garage.
You want to work out in my garage?
Do you have workout equipment in your garage?
Nope.
Okay.
But I might have a squirrel.
What is it alive?
Unfortunately, yes, I've not caught it yet.
Oh, do you need someone to get the squirrel out?
Oh no, I got a trap up there.
Okay.
It just hasn't made it to the trap yet. I think I gotta move the trap. I think there's a squirrel in my crawl space. Anyway, yeah, niggas die every day, B. The story that popped up talked about some prominent anti-vaxxer was saying that people should drink pee.
That is a health remedy that cycles. Like every now and again, drinking your pee is the thing to do.
Right.
Like for whatever it is.
Question 1. Have you been vaccinated?
Yes.
Both shots?
Yes.
Question 2. How do you feel about people who don't get vaccinated?
That's your life you're taking into your hands?
Okay.
Like, I also don't have kids to worry about, like, people with young kids who can't get vaccinated.
Right.
So, all of you unvaccinated people aren't, they're not affecting me.
Okay.
So, let them do what they want to do.
Okay. I'm not even going to say I'm on the fence. The same way I am with your body, your choice with abortion, the same way I am with your body, your choice as it comes to vaccines. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. That's your choice. Mm-hmm. If you don't trust the science, then don't trust the science. That's your choice.
But also don't complain when people aren't letting you in their parties.
Facts.
Right. If that is their prerequisite, you don't have to do it, but you also don't have to come.
You're not required to do it, but if I say, hey, you got to be vaccinated to come to my house, then get vaccinated. Or just
don't come.
Or just don't come and understand that your choice is your choice. My choice becomes my choice. But I'm not telling nobody to drink pee. Ever.
They say pee is sterile. And then science said that it's not.
And I trust the science. I'm not even into I'm gonna say it now. I don't want to be around anybody's pee. I'm not gonna drink how am I collecting pee? I'm gonna pee in a cup and then drink it? I'm not doing that. What kind of shit? I would just get the shot.
Yeah.
I would just get shot.
Rather than drink your pee.
Rather than drink my own pee.
It's the body is getting rid of it for a reason.
Yes. I don't want that shit.
Or pee.
Oh, I definitely don't want that shit. You're right. I don't want that shit, but I definitely don't want pee. I saw this story, and my initial thought was, yuck. Then as I read through it, I was like,
why are we having these fights? If people don't want to get vaccinated, then fuck it. They don't get vaccinated. Like there's no argument here for me, I guess is what I'm saying. Like I saw the story and went, all right, bruh, but you ain't got to drink pee.
I'm just like, anyone who is a proponent of doing gross or dumb shit, who is prominent in the media, needs to be hit.
Okay, I just had a weird thought. I'm not asking. Okay, how do I need to word this? Because my brain went to golden showers. I don't know. That's what my brain went.
Okay.
Here's my
not
question.
to king shame, but I kink shame.
Not to king shame, but some shit. No shit. Would you pee on somebody?
No.
Really? Okay.
Unless I would have to, one, never ever see this person again in life.
Okay.
And two, they'd have to be paying me.
I don't know. No, I'm not there. I think
like, yeah, like if you were a person I don't know, I don't care about, and I'm never gonna see you again in life, and you were paying me.
See, I'm not there. I think that I could pee on. I couldn't pee on somebody and then have sex with them.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No. But I think I could pee on someone. Huh.
Just to do it?
Yeah, like I could do it once, and my brain's like, well, shit. If you did it once, you can do it twice.
Yeah, no.
No. Be clear. No one could ever pee on me. Like hell no. Nah, that ain't even a thing.
Not even just a little bit.
Not even just a little bit on accident. I'm thinking, I don't know, man. Inbox me. We'll talk about it.
Post it as a, what's it called? A poll on your Instagram.
I mean,
would you pee on someone?
I'll post that as a poll on HGG's Instagram tomorrow. Shit, I think we done, man. We got anything else? Anything you want to talk about? Any new music drop you've been listening to?
Hers and hers. What about the Dead by Daylight blackface?
Oh shit, I forgot about that. And it's right there too. I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it before we get out of here, because that's a really good story. So I'm gonna mess this up, and you're gonna correct me.
Okay.
Dead by Daylight is a cosmetic company.
It is a video game.
Even better. Then I misread that whole story.
What did you read?
I'm gonna read the whole story again.
Long story short, there is a character on the game Dead by Daylight where you are a serial killer and you are out trying to murder a group of people. This character...
Oh, yeah, I did. I was like...
Yeah.
I wrote it wrong and then didn't go back to it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Nah, so the character puts living people up on hooks, skins their face, wears their face.
Mm-hmm.
There is a black character, and one of the skins that you can choose for the murderer is that black character's
face.
Separated face. Yeah. Face on the white serial killer's face.
Yeah.
And the problem was people were reaching out saying this is blackface, which it is.
Which it is blackface.
But it's not.
But it's not minstrel show. It's not minstrel show blackface.
Yeah.
It's an actual blackface.
Yes. And it's not like it's the only face that you can choose. Like, you can choose any of the characters' faces on his face.
Right.
So this is a case of us being extra sensitive for no reason.
But we tend to do that though. And by we, I think affected groups tend to do that, right? I've seen black people scream racism at shit that's not racist. I've seen LGBTQ people scream homophobia at shit that's not homophobic. Like, if I walk up and slap a gay guy in the face,
Does that make me homophobic?
What did the gay guy do?
He was a
then
guy.
No.
He was just a guy.
Then no. Like if the gay guy said I'm gay and you slapped him in the face.
But even if the gay guy said I'm gay and I slapped him in the face, I don't know that. If the gay guy said fuck Paul, I'm gay, and I slapped him in the face, I don't know that I'm homophobic.
The fuck Paul came first.
Yeah, or either way, like I think offended groups tend to get offended even in times when it's like, wait, but this isn't even offensive. This isn't an attack towards you. In this video game, if the psychotic killer is cutting off faces and you can choose any face, would we have been offended if he didn't kill any black people? And there was no.
I would have been offended if I couldn't have a black face on my white serial killer's face.
Yeah, like if he didn't kill any black people.
Oh, why are they excluded?
Right. Because we want inclusion in everything. Why can't we have inclusion in being killed by serial killers?
Yeah.
And our face skinned. And then
worn. Yeah,
and worn.
Like, and stitched to someone else's face. Like, I deserve, my people did.
My ancestors died so that my people could have their face skinned and put on other people's faces and
Equal
worn.
rights.
Equal rights.
It would be racist for him not to wear the black's face.
It would be racist for him to not wear blackface.
Yeah.
I don't like us sometimes. I don't. Because sometimes we just
if you were looking for something, you find it.
Right. If what's it called? Confirmation bias?
Yes.
Where you're just looking for a thing to be offended by, so I'm gonna be offended by this. This is gonna be the thing that offends me.
It's like, you know what? I haven't been offended in a week. What's out there?
Right. Right. And because the internet is vast, all you need is a few people to click with you who don't probably even play the game, right? They don't
people who didn't know this existed.
Just go, oh yeah, let's get them canceled. Come on.
See, now I'm gonna be mad because you can't choose the blackface. Like,
right now, well, I don't play the game, but
it's like I don't feel relatable anymore.
I need my serial killers to kill black people too. Simple as that.
And then wear their faces.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just now, this is the only person you kill and don't wear their face.
Ooh, does that make the serial killer racist?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Yeah. If you
killing everyone, but you're not wearing the blackface and you're wearing all the other faces.
Yeah. Why ain't you putting on the blackface?
Yeah. Is there a problem with the blackface? Blackface ain't good enough for you? Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, God.
Okay, I think we're done now.
This has been awesome. You've been awesome.
I try.
I'm glad we're back.
Right. Y'all are welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we're back. It's going to be a fun year. Shout out to 2022. I'm excited. We got a lot of stuff planned. Actually, we don't. We're just going to do shows. But we're going to hit 100 episodes. And that episode might be shot in Germany. We'll see. I can't. Okay, so here's the problem. We'll get out of here on this. If we continue to go in succession, like I don't have any other dates that I'm thinking that we'll miss the show, right?
How many shows will we have to miss?
To push it out a week? Well, hold on. I'll tell you right now. We're doing this live, or not live, but yeah, live on the end of the show.
Yeah.
If the maths, the show that would have been, let's see, it would be first Monday. Oh, that would be the Mecca Monday too.
Wow, you didn't have to tell me that.
But it would be the second.
I didn't have to know.
It would be the second Mecca Monday of the month. Because you're here twice a month.
So you mean it would be the original Mecca Monday?
Okay.
It's okay. That's fine. No.
Okay.
I get Mecca Mondays twice a month.
How?
I am your most frequent guest right now.
Yeah, you are. Okay. You know what? Let's close the show out. We'll discuss options on show 100 as we get closer.
Like, do I need to go to Germany?
Ooh. You want to go to Germany?
Yo, low-key, yeah.
Huh. Ooh, think we can get Nate in? Nate
I think
Face?
we can get Face.
We can get Face. Face can go. Think Nate will go to Germany? Nate barely want to do the show.
Right.
Shout out to Nate. Shout out to Face. Shout out to
y'all.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe, ring the bell, hit the follow, all of that good shit. We will be back next week. I don't know if we'll be back next week, by the way. Next week, if you're listening now, next week is ML King Day, and we have never done a show on ML King Day, so this is going to be weird, but I should do a show next week. We'll see. If I don't do a show next week, that'll push the 100th episode past a week, and then bing, 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 bing,
okay.
bing.
Or the show may be live from the MLK March.
Ain't no march this year. Hey, we out.
Is there no
Peace
march?
out. No, they canceled the march.
Oh.
Shit. Deltacron.
Okay.
Peace out,
Bye.
bitches. Oh.